everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree fall decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love Fall series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Don't forget to comment and subscribe because I do have a new giveaway to share with you guys. I'm so excited, but let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
For the first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to make a super adorable family blessing sign. So I'm going to take this Bless the Family Beside Us and the Love Between Us sign, as well as these 2 buffalo check plaid bridal signs. These are actually in the picture frame section at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the backing off the 2 smaller signs. So I want the smaller signs to have kind of a 3D effect popping out from the buffalo check plaid signs, and I just used my pen to kind of mark them out. That way I know exactly where I want to hot glue. So I'm just going to hot glue a little dibbity dabbity of hot glue onto the back of my signs and then gently place them on here. So we're actually going to cover up the second sign with one of those cute little Dollar Tree picture frames. These are so adorable, rustic, and fabulous. I did want to remove the backing, that way it sits flush against it. So again, I'm just adding some hot glue, and then I'm going to pop it on here. So this is something that you would see in a Kirkland's or a high-end decor store, and we are making it on such a budget. Now I decided to go ahead and add a bow to this just to kind of give it this blooming effect. I wanted to put it in my entryway table or next to my faux mantle in my living room. So I'm just taking some Dollar Tree ribbon and I'm gluing the ribbons from end to end. This is a great little way to make this kind of a stacked layered bow, and you just make one each about an inch shorter. That way they can all show. You're going to give it a nice good fluffing, tie it off with your pipe cleaner, and then you can pop it on to your adorable family blessings sign. Now of course I had to go a little bit extra and pop in some of this greenery. So I just used some stray greenery that I had laying around in my craft stash, and then I did go for a bit of an autumn feel with popping in some of these leaves and some of these little Dollar Tree branches. But get creative and use what you guys have on hand. This doesn't have to cost a lot. With just a couple of picture frames, some bows, and some creativity, you guys, the sky is the limit. Now if you don't have the little clip picture frame, you guys could always just make your own with a clothespin and a cute little frame. So kind of think outside the box and just go for it. I'm popping this adorable little fall picture here, and here it is kind of popped into my mantle setting. It's so fun and fabulous, and on a teeny tiny budget, you guys cannot go wrong with this project.
Okay guys, so recently I have been on such an amazing and exciting adventure, and I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So what is Skillshare? Well, Skillshare is an online learning community for millions to come together to further their creative journey, with so many inspiring classes for curious and creative individuals just like you and me, with amazing topics such as photography, acrylic painting. I'm taking one now in floral design. Also, they have intrinsic tips and tricks. I have a class that I'm taking 5 tips to become a more productive, creative person. If you're creative like me, sometimes things can just get a little bit far out there. So it's great to hone those skills, but there are thousands, you guys, of classes to choose from. And I have such an exciting thing is that Skillshare wants to offer 1,000 of my subscribers here 2 months of free trial membership. It's totally free to just try it out for 2 months. All you guys have to do is click on the link in the description box below. And I am telling you, these classes are so amazing. And most importantly is they're made for all levels. So whether or not you're a beginner or you're a more advanced person in your arts or your crafts or whatever you're trying to learn, photography, how to use social media for marketing, you guys, there are so many classes to choose from. They're set up in a online class learning format, and then they also have little class projects. So you guys, I get so excited about these classes. I literally think that everybody in my home needs to also be taking the classes. But a lot of you all ask how I have so many ideas for DIYs. Well, I am a lifelong learner, and I think everybody can get something out of taking a quick little online class. And none of the classes as a whole are really longer than an hour. And each class is set up into segments. So there's about a 5 to 10 minute segment for each class, and each one is categorized into a topic. So the best part is I can like sit down and start putting on my makeup and start a class on floral design. And I'll get my makeup done, I'll run in, make myself a cup of coffee, and I'll watch the second segment. And then I'll go help my kids do something. And then after that, watch the third segment. So it's a stop and start thing. And then if I miss something, all I have to do is rewind that little segment. So it's really amazing. If you guys are like me and you're busy and you're multitasking, or if you just don't have a ton of time and mental capacity to devote to taking a huge online class. Now they also have like a little community where you guys can post pictures of your little projects, you can interact. It's just truly amazing. I love that it's also for all skill level. So my kids have taken some of the classes, my husband, and there's just thousands of topics to choose from. So you guys definitely go check out the description box below to take advantage of that 2-month free. It's a premium membership. So all you guys have to do is sign up, and they're doing it for my subscribers. 1,000 of you guys get to have that opportunity. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to further your journey with it, I believe it's $9.99, which is super inexpensive because right now I am getting ready to send my son to college, and I'm going to tell you it's not $99 a month for his college classes. And I feel like the instructors on Skillshare are very, very proficient. It reminds me of my college days. And you know, it's great to be a curious lifelong learner at any skill level, at any age. You guys go for it, have some fun, and get intrigued and get curious and just further your skills. I just love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the rest of this DIY video.
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take about 7 bundles of the Dollar Tree leaves and also this Dollar Tree plunger, and we are going to create a beautiful blooming fall tree. Now bear with me. I did see this on this Southern Girl Can. Go check out her channel. She's a fabulous crafter, but you just take in, you hot glue your leaf stem to the top part of your plunger here, and then you're going to want to reinforce it with just a bit of wire. This wire is from Dollar Tree. You all could also use a pipe cleaner. Just use whatever you have on hand is fine. And you're going to kind of stagger your bundles. I also kept most of mine towards the top, and I believe I used about 6 to 7 bundles, and you kind of turn your plunger once you get one side full, and then continue to hot glue and add more of them. And again, just however full you want your tree to look is what you'll want to go for. I didn't go all the way down the tree. I just kept them mainly at the top, and then I kind of parted the top part of the tree, and I'm using this jute twine. It's actually wired, and you get this at the Dollar Tree, but you could also just use the jute twine that's in the automotive section, or you could use burlap. Dollar Tree also has that burlap wired ribbon. Pretty much anything that's kind of the base of a tree color you'll want to use to wrap your stems with. Then I took this Dollar Tree little galvanized planter. I flipped my plunger inside out kind of, and then popped it into the planter, and then I'm just reinforcing all of the sides with a bit of Dollar Tree styrofoam. This is so fun and fabulous. I honestly wasn't sure if I could make this come out well, but I really am feeling it, that it is really going a lot better than planned. So I'm using some of that Dollar Tree greenery moss, and I'm popping that into the base because I just wanted to fill it out. Now I wish I would have had kind of some more fall colored moss, but I may pick that up and add that around the top, but kind of use what you have on hand. Now the other thing to make your tree look a little bit more realistic is to take some of the stems off one of your leaf bundles and just kind of hot glue those in and around the tree. I also wrapped one of those little battery packs and popped that into the top of my tree to give my tree a light up effect. So I just hot glued it to the very top, and then just kind of wound it around. And this is just one of the tiny little battery operated ones that you get at Dollar Tree. So here is how it turned out, and I am crushing on this, you guys. I'm so excited that I got several of those little galvanized planters because then I can do more. I would like to do another tree in a different color. So definitely fun and fabulous. I think maybe the whole project cost me about $10, and then here it is displayed on my dining room table. I wanted to show you guys a different setting with the lights kind of set low. You can see the little pretty kind of twinkling fairy lights. Well, they're not actually twinkling, but They're just beautiful, and I think that it just gives this romantic glow, and such a beautiful project. I've always admired those trees, but I've never wanted to spend the money on them. So for the next DIY, I'm going to share with you guys how I took these candlesticks that I found at the thrift store. They were originally from Hobby Lobby, and I chalked paint them with about 2 to 3 coats of chalk paint. And then I want to take my black paint, and in the ridges, I want to just add stripes to them. So you guys know by now probably that I have been crushing on black and white pops for fall, and kind of that Mackenzie Childs inspired look, which I absolutely love, but the prices are just a little bit too much for me. So if you guys have a candlestick that has kind of these grooves in it, again, this came from Hobby Lobby, but I did find it at the thrift store for only a couple of dollars. I always suggest that you guys check your local thrift store for candlesticks. I feel like it's really honestly the best place, but if you use your Hobby Lobby 40% off coupon, you can probably find a good deal as well. Now, I did find that the stripes were a little bit difficult to paint, and so I'm taking a Sharpie marker and I'm adding markings, and that will hopefully help me guide. And it actually did help me guide a lot better. And where it's a little bit more narrow at the top, here's another tip. I'm using a smaller paintbrush and just painting those little fine spots, and then I switch to a larger end paintbrush to kind of get those bigger areas. I hope that gives you guys some tips. I've really been admiring some beautiful candlesticks on the Mackenzie Childs website, and I think they're at least $100, which definitely isn't in my budget. But once I saw these candlesticks at the thrift store, I just knew that I could make them fabulous on a budget. Now, I wasn't totally for sure what I wanted to do with the top part, but I decided to go for it and draw a bit of a checkerboard pattern. Sometimes it can be challenging to do the checkerboard pattern when it's a curved item, but I did just make 2 lines, one line all the way around, and then I just drew the lines up and down. So that was pretty good. And then I was able to paint a really cute little checkerboard on here. Now, you guys, I'm gonna have to tell you that my checkerboard patterns are not perfect. So just try this out. And if they're not perfect, you can always paint over them. The next thing I wanted to do was use some gold paint and highlight those pretty details, the scrolly details in the gold paint. And I use about 3 coats with my gold paint. I use the Arteza gold paint. Look for a metallic gold paint. It kind of really helps it pop and makes it look a little bit more expensive and regal. So I did this to the top part and then also the bottom part. And I did find 2 candlesticks, so I was able to paint 2 of them. And this was probably a 2-day process because it's a little bit intense, but it's so well worth it in the end to have a fun project that you've been dreaming of on a teeny tiny budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree Pitberry garlands, and I honestly have not really known what to do with these. But if you take one and then just gently begin to unwind it and pull it apart, they make the prettiest high-end decor piece for your candles. So I love these flickering flameless candles. I find mine on Amazon, and I'll link them below in my Amazon store. Dollar Tree does have flameless candles, but our store honestly has not carried any in almost a year. So I just grabbed some off Amazon. They're really nice quality and they last super long. So here it is, so fun and fabulous on a budget. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take one of those cute little Dollar Tree houses and then this paper that I found at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has paper for $1/4, which I think is a super great deal. And I'm just going to rework the inside of this house to make it more of like a cute little fall house. So I'm going to take the little wooden piece and trace out the shape of it and then cut it out. Now I did find that I had a bit of a problem problem with having the paper be a little bit too big. So if you guys have any tips on the perfect way to trace these and cut them, let me know. And then I just did add some Mod Podge to the inside of my project, and then I just went ahead and popped my little piece of paper in here. And it reminds me of the good old days when I was a little girl. One of my favorite things to do is make shoebox shadow boxes. Let me know if you guys ever did that, where you take an old shoebox and then I would cut out my mom's magazines and just create this whole home inside of a shoebox. So anyway, I'm popping in some little cute leaves here, some fall leaves. And if you guys saw my last haul, I found these super adorable little owls, and that's who I knew needed to live in this house. So here he is. He comes on a clip, so you can just easily remove the clip. I decided he needed to sit on top of a pumpkin because he is a wise old owl, and I wanted to be able to see him. I didn't want him buried down in the leaves, so I just popped him on top of the little pumpkin. And oh my goodness, so adorable. And really, you guys could customize this with any little tiny miniatures you have around. This would also be a great project for your kiddos or grandkids. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take one of those galvanized buckets that I found at the Dollar Tree and then some of these fall florals. I'm going to hot glue a piece of foam that you get at Dollar Tree down into the bottom, and then I'm going to start out with these pretty longer kind of wheat colored stems. I'm going to add in some of this fall looking eucalyptus, and all of these florals are from the Dollar Tree. If you choose florals that are in kind of a similar hue, it can give it a little bit more of a high-end look. Now I decided to keep all of these florals on their original stem, and I just pull them apart, and that makes them nice to kind of bloom out. So you can see that I'm leaving room in the center to add some more pretty florals. I also love these daisies that have these kind of little burlap pieces in them. Very pretty. And again, all of these colors are in kind of that deeper burnt orange fall look. Now I decided to add in some leaves to just kind of tie everything together. Again, I'm fanning them out so they can kind of all pop in here together. And then the next thing I wanted to do was add those feathers. I love feathers. I always see them in the more high-end designs. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take one of those Dollar Tree velvet pumpkins and some of those Dollar Tree gems. I love these adhesive gems. You get them in the Crafters Square section. Now don't panic. These pumpkins came out last year. Hopefully they'll put them out again this year. If you see them, grab them. They are amazing. Now you could also paint one of those carvable pumpkins in a pretty fall color and do this same little trick here. So I'm just again running those gems down the pumpkin. This is a very high-end look that I'm seeing out with a lot of the more expensive designers. They're adding jewels to their pumpkins. Now all you have to do to get your jeweled pumpkin to stay in your arrangement is to pop it on the end of a floral stem. You can also add a dab of hot glue, and that will really help it stay on there really nicely. I also popped one of those cute little Dollar Tree signs in. I just hot glued it to a wooden dowel and then covered up my work with some burlap. So here it is popped in to this little beautiful kind of fall inspired setting by my faux mantle. As always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what is your favorite DIY in this video. I had a lot of favorites in this video, so I'm not sure I could really even pick. I was very surprised though how well this plunger tree turned out. In fact, I showed it to my family and they were pretty shocked as well. Like they had no clue how I made that happen. So you guys have a little trick up your sleeve this fall. You can make some plunger trees. Now I would recommend also for you to fill it with some rocks at the base if you're going to be setting this outside, because it's not going to be like super sturdy to be going through a lot of like wind and storms. That's just a little tip right there. But I think they would be cute outside, like on a little bench on a fall display. So thank you guys for being here. It is such a true blessing and an honor. Your all comments are just so felt and so warm and lovely. I'm so thankful for this community. The love that you all send to me is so felt, and then you guys are so kind to one another. And I also want to compliment everybody that's posting over in my Facebook group page. It's totally free to join over there, but you guys are so inspiring over there. I'm so proud of all of you for all of your crafting and decorating. I know even just sharing a photo can be a really big step for everybody, so keep up the good work and keep blessing each other with all of your posts and kind comments. And thank y'all for being here. I just love you so much.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. Don't forget to check out that link down below in my description box below to get your 2-month free trial membership to Skillshare. That online learning community is amazing. You guys are going to love it, and it's going to give you guys just something to focus on and further your skills, or if you guys just want to have fun and learn a new skill like acrylic painting or photography or floral design, or how to train yourself to be a better, more productive, creative person. So I'm going to check back with you guys next week to see what classes you all are loving, and I'm going to share with you guys the classes that I am loving as well. So thank you guys again for being here. If you want to check me out on all of my other social media, definitely do that. I have an Olivias Romantic Home Facebook page. I share condensed DIY videos over there, as well as a free group page for you guys to socialize. Pop over there. I would love to have you. Everybody over there, it's such a kind community. They're sharing photos of their DIY projects, their home decor. Everybody's a different skill level and gives each other grace, which I absolutely love. So thank you guys again. I also have an Olivias Romantic Home Instagram page. Pop over there. I share behind the scenes sneak peeks of my little crazy crafty mama life, as well as my kiddos, my hubs, and Tinky the cat. She seems to be a star lately. So thank you guys again. I'm hugging you all so tight. I want to encourage you all to keep going on your crafting and decorating journey. It is so good for your heart and soul to just stay busy and get to learning things and just put your focus on positive things, which I think we all need as much positivity as we can in this world today. So thank you guys again. I cannot wait for the next video. Now, here comes the exciting part. Oh my goodness. Drum roll. Okay, so I have an exciting giveaway. I want to give away a Mackenzie Childs Courtly Check teapot. This giveaway is going to be open for an entire month. I'll leave the rules down below for you guys, but you guys have to subscribe to this YouTube channel and comment. And this secret question for today, I want you guys to comment and let me know if you could choose any class to learn something creative, what would you choose? So drop that comment down below so you can choose photography, painting, whatever. The sky is the limit in your mind. If you could go back to college and choose a class, what would that class be? I want to hear what you guys want to learn more of, because I might pop on Skillshare, find a class, learn it, and then share it with you guys, because I love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique gorgeous home on a budget, as well as your clothes, everything. You guys can do it on a budget. Be amazing. So I love you all to the moon and back. Don't forget to drop that comment down below, subscribe, comment, follow me on all my socials, check out the Skillshare link, and I can't wait for the next video. Remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And until then, we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.